Hey loves, it's Prophetess Victoria. I'm back with another cooking video. If you would love to learn how to make this amazing jambalaya that you see here, stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, thumbs up, share, and subscribe, and comment below. I'm sorry I have not done a cooking video, but today I want to do one. So let's get started. Today I'm going to make a jambalaya, and in this jambalaya, I'm going to show you. First, I'm going to put some oil in my pot and let that oil get started to warm up. But in this jambalaya, I am going to have some crawfish tails. This is some prime rib that I chopped up. I had made barbecue beef with it. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use some shrimp, and I'm going to put some sausage in there. So, you know what to do, okay? And so for sure, you always want to make sure that you season your meat. I'm going to use some, for my seasonings, I'm going to use a little bit of Better Than Bouillon ham base. I'm going to use some Cajun blackened seasoning. I'm going to use some creole seasoning, some paprika. I may use a little bit of this creole brown gravy mix, and I'm going to use some garlic powder, and for sure some iodized salt. Okay, so I'm going to season a little bit of those while I get this pot hot. I'm going to add the Trinity, which is 1 whole onion. I'm using a half of a bell pepper and some celery. So we're going to get started. I'm going to add that to my pot. I have my fire on a medium high, and I'm going to let that saute. Okay, I'm going to let that saute. And I also have my rice over here cooking, okay? And while we let this brown, let me put a little bit more water. Soak it all up rather quickly. Down. I'm going to season them just a little. Everything gets its own seasoning. A little bit of creole seasoning. Here you go. A little bit of salt. Smells so good in here. Paprika. Garlic powder. I'm going to combine that together. And I'm going to upload a video on how I cook my rice the old-fashioned way. You can warm it up, okay? And then what I'm going to do with this shrimp and my other things, I'm going to add creole seasoning to those. For sure, you want everything to have some flavor. Okay? 1 minute. And of course, some blackened seasoning. More so to the crawfish tails and the shrimp for sure. Okay? My hands are clean, so I'm just going to mix that up together. Good. Like so. Okay? Then I'm going to add some more seasoning. Okay, and for my root of my jambalaya, I'm going to add all my meat in, because I want my meat to taste like my Trinity. Okay. Get out. I'm going to Combine that all together and let those sausages cook down. Turn my meat up a little bit higher. Like so. And let that saute down until my shrimp get a nice color. Look at that. It smells so delicious. Okay. I have that stirred up real good. I'm going to. This does not take long at all. I'm going to add my top to it and let it simmer. Okay. So while this is cooking now, I want to add some tomato sauce. I have 2 cans of tomato sauce that I'm going to add. And then I'm going to add some chicken bouillon flavor to take the tanginess out of the tomato paste, the tomato sauce that I'm adding. So I put a good little amount of this. That's why I didn't put salt in everything. Combine this together. And add half a cup of water and about a half a teaspoon of this better than bouillon. Well, a full teaspoon of this better than bouillon ham base. It gives it a nice smoky ham flavor without the ham. Okay, so I add that to it. Combine it all together. And I want to let it simmer. It should come out looking like this. And all you have to do is let this cook down. And you add your rice. And you have an amazing meal. Just like that. Now, if I feel like I need to add a little bit more water, I'll put about another 3/4 cup and put the brown gravy mix in there to give it a little bit more if I feel like my rice is overpowering my jambalaya mix here. Like everything to combine well. At this point, I'm going to add some more garlic powder. You can never have enough of that. I'm going to add paprika. Don't have no taste at all, honey. None. And I'm going to put some parsley flakes. I like a lot of parsley, so I'll open that up and add plenty. Combine that together and let that simmer down. I'm going to add a very little bit of sugar. Why? Because we don't want to have a very tart jambalaya. Okay, so that's just some white sugar I'm going to add because I don't want a tart jambalaya. That's the purpose of the chicken bouillon flavor and the sugar, to cut that pungency that comes from tomato sauce. There you go. Okay, guys. So I have let this cook, simmer down maybe 10 minutes. Everything is really cooked. And so at this point, you want to taste it to see if it tastes the way you want. Everything tastes great. One thing about me, I love the way this Jamaican style jerk seasoning tastes. So I'm going to add a little bit to it. It gives it like a ginger and different herbal spice to your dishes, and it makes it taste so good, honey. So I'm adding that, and I had some leftover chicken, right, from Albertsons, a special they had at Albertsons the other day, and I'm not going to throw it away. So I debone the chicken, I chopped it up, it's already cooked. I'm going to add it in there and let that cook and combine with all these flavors. And all I have left to do is add my rice and stir. And with that flavor, oh my God, from the jerk seasoning, it had enough salt. I had the salt out just in case I needed it, but I don't need it. but it just smells so good. I'm just gonna add a little bit more. You don't want to put too much because, and again, this is the Badia. Probably saying it wrong, but it's the jerk seasoning Jamaican style. It tastes so good and it just smells so good. Make your dishes go from 20 to 40, or if they're on a 9, they're gonna go to a 12 above the Richter scale. It tastes so good. My rice is already prepared, and so I'm pretty much ready to just add my rice, but I'm gonna let this saute down just a little bit longer because you don't want tomato sauce to taste raw. You actually want to cook that tomato sauce, okay? All right, okay, so at this point, what I have done is turned everything off. I'm going to start scooping my rice into my pot. I already moved half, so it won't be overwhelmed. So my rice won't be overwhelmed by my jambalaya mix. And I'm going to just start scooping in my rice. Mix it, give it a little bit of a stir, see how that's looking, see if you want to add more of what. Oh, that smells so good. So quick and easy and simple to make, and basically nobody can tell you what to add in your rice. I mean, in your jambalaya. You put in there whatever you desire. If you wanted all seafood, if you wanted to do crab meat and just seafood, then you could by all means do that. You can add just chicken and sausage if that's what you wanted to do. But the bottom line is that the main roux part is the mixture. The jambalaya is what you want to make sure that you get together. Rice goes every way, right? You don't fool with the rice. So you just combine this together. And see, I have a lot more rice. And I like a wet jambalaya. So I have a lot of rice in there. And if you wanted it drier, just add more rice. Do another pot of rice and add it. I like ours to be very meaty, so I'm going to combine the other part of my mix. Sausage, chicken, shrimp, crawfish, and beef meat. And then you turn it on low, let it simmer down a little bit more. You are good to go. You have a tasty jambalaya. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment. Let me know what else you would like to see me make. I love to cook. I love to cook when I have time to cook as well. But cooking is one of my favorite things. There you have it. Bon appetit. And of course, I started this journey while I was on my fast because it was one of the things that I said that I wanted to add to my 2022. So I am not doing a taste test right now because I'm actually fasting, but I do have some tomatoes and okra that I did simmer down that I'm going to eat for my lunch until after the fast, and then I'll eat. There you go.